And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. In motion, the tight end, Clay. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. 1, 9.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holmes. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, it's Holmes. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Taylor to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. To throw again is Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Play clock winding down. And they'll indeed go for it with Lynch. Flushed out right. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Lynch. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's no doubt they'd love to get more production out of the tight end position. And with the addition of Jake Butt out of Michigan, healthy, he's a move tight end who can make those kind of plays.
Butt, a youngster, and these quarterbacks pretty young. They would love to have a strong tight end to throw to. A dump off to Anderson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got...
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. There's Lynch. And this is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. And it's 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
On third down, Lynch. Incomplete, into the hands of Fowler. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On third down, Taylor being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the court.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Come on, let's go.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Oh, he held it a long time, and we know he's got to get rid of it. But mobile quarterbacks give up a lot of sacks because they never give up on a play.
And remember, last year Taylor gave up more sacks than any other QB in the league, 42 of them.
Let's go. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Benjamin. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Throw left side complete. It's Fowler. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Third down now, it's C.J. Anderson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And that'll be incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run. Anderson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is third and long. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Lynch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A first down screen pass, good for 5. Lynch looking to throw on second. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for the... And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from LSU, Tre'Davious White. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he fires one incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they...
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jerry Hughes. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Ohio! Ohio!
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Room here to run. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole, but the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Here we go!
Now Taylor on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Come on, let's go.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From midfield now, here's Lynch. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Back nine and out, Philly. Here we go. Watching that. Back nine and out, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
He does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
He spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Once again, it's Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Lynch now, work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Leopard, let's go.
third down. It's Anderson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Well, it can be a thankless job sometimes, but they'll be thanking their kicker here. That's now 4 field goals for him. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, but this offense is going to need to find its rhythm because it's going to take more than field goals to win this football game.
The Bills getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On second down, Taylor. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. White, nine. White, flex round. Flex round. Hey. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. So the offense has it first and 10. Now a give running left with Anderson. Finding some room at midfield. A big-time run there by Anderson. 47 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Again, Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run with Pumphrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
All right, now, look at the back to the Philly. Here we go. Good.
They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Let's go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. You know Taylor has that in his arsenal. Ran for 580 yards last year, #1 amongst quarterbacks.
Yeah, he doesn't just run around. He runs with a purpose. That's why he's able to gain good yardage when he takes off.
Those 580 yards, by the way, broke the franchise record for quarterback rushing yards set by Tyrod Taylor the year earlier. On first and 10, it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
All right, here we go. All right, look at 56.
Now Lynch on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fowler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. On first down, it's Lynch. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Detroit! Here we go. Detroit! 3-19! All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, here's Lynch. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Lynch to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Here's Lynch. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Throwing now is Lynch. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Give him 30 yards there. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Over the middle, complete. That's Fowler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Benny Fowler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. Over. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
Again, it's McCoy. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Buffalo, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders.